Hi, ladies. I have a dating question for you, more specifically about meeting people. I've heard you both talk about not wanting men to hit on you, or at least feeling put off by it. But I'm shy, and the thought of approaching a man I find attractive makes me want to die. I prefer men to be the ones to come up to me. I know the red pill bros will say women need to start approaching men since they're, quote, made to feel like a creep for doing it now. What do you make of this? Do women just need to be the ones to hit on men, or should men still make the first move? I don't want to set back the cause, but the thought of hitting on men is just not it for me.
So, especially in my 20s, what I used to do was because I always saw a guy that I liked probably before he seen me. At least that's what I think all these years. And so I would just put myself in a situation where you're going to notice me, right? Without being so obvious. So I'm trying to think of an example. I don't know where she goes. I don't know if she likes to go to bars. I was going to say, guys,
don't listen to Sovereign unless you're also like a 10 out of 10. Like, come on.
No, you don't.
You're like, oh yeah,
you just have to be confident.
It's like taking dating advice from like.
Stop it. No, that's not fair. You just have to be confident, right? But I've done that a few times. I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, and it probably worked real well for you.
It did, actually.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, listen, it's all about confidence. It's all about how confident you are. And I feel like if you put any effort into your look, you don't have to put on a face full of makeup. You don't have to put on extent. You don't have to do all of that if you don't want to. But if you know that those quick little spruce ups are going to make you feel more confident, do it. You know what I mean? You might not do anything but put on a cute mauve pink lip balm or whatever, and you feel like you popping in that, and that boosts your confidence. Shit, go for it, right? But it's all about how confident you are. I'm telling you, in any situation, if you walk into a place or walk somewhere and you're confident, it's just going to, and you fake it till you make it.
Also, I was gonna say this whole thing about like red pill men being like, women need to approach us now because we can't say anything, whatever. You don't want that kind of man.
I promise you don't.
Like, you seriously, like if like.
You don't.
You're looking for a man who has that balance of like, he knows that it still is like safer for a man to approach a woman. He knows it still is like less scary, less threatening, less intimidating, less whatever. And like, he understands the reality of it, that like, if you want to talk to a woman, you just go talk to a woman, like, and you don't be creepy about it, right? Because the reason that other guys are like, you can't say anything to women, you are a creep. You're telling on yourself. You can't say anything to women. Yes. A normal man can certainly come up, strike up a conversation, make it seem natural, make it be natural. You know what I mean? Like, we expect so little of men, right? To where we're like, okay, so now we basically told them like, oh, they can't hit on us. Like, a healthy minded man is not going to be one of those guys that's like,
so true.
Oh, you can't hit on women. You can't even talk to women anymore. And like, now there's this Me Too movement and you can't even like, talk to women at work. Like, dang, bro, how were you talking to women at work before?
Exactly.
Oh my God. What are you talking about?
I'm so glad you pointed that out, because that's literally what it boils down to. A healthy minded man will not have that mindset, because men know, especially men who are confident. And men who, even if they're lacking a tad bit of confidence and they're a little nervous, I've had guys come up to me and stutter. Like, they literally stuttered because they were so fucking nervous. But they will still try, is the point that I'm making. If a man is expecting you to approach them like these red pill guys, trust me, if you do that, they're going to be expecting you to be masculine throughout the entire relationship if y'all start dating. It is not what you want. Those men are mostly operating out of fear anyways, because they're fear being rejected, and that's how they mask it. They're just like, oh, no, she need to come up to me. I'm the alpha male. No, he's just scared. He's terrified that if he approaches you, especially if it's a woman that is above his caliber, you know what I mean? If she's like out of his league, if you will, they're just, everything they do is projection. So, like I said, put yourself in the line of fire, but make it seem like he approached you. Don't approach him. I don't approach men. Like
that. And also, like, I think we think of like meeting people, we think of like bars, we think of like whatever. But also, be intentional about that. Like, be intentional about, do I want to meet a guy at a bar? Like, what is my goals? Like, what is my, because I'm like, okay, if you're like just looking for some fun, you can find that at a bar. If you're looking for a situationship, definitely go talk to dudes who spend their evenings at bars. Like, that's fine. But like, what if you were more intentional about it and you took like a class that puts you around the kind of people you want to be around, and then a conversation strikes up naturally, because now a man is not approaching you with that intent of like, oh, well, I saw you and I thought you looked nice for me enough for me to like shoot my shot. Like, because then he's kind of halfway know he's thinking with his dick. Like, because at that point it's like he just saw you. Like, he has nothing to base off of, like, oh, we go to the same grocery store. Or like, we ended up at the same bar. That tells you nothing, right? But if you both ended up at an archery class on a Thursday evening at 7 p.m., that's you might have a lot more in common than just that archery class. Like, your life is probably built very similarly. And now you're not like, oh, hey, I thought you looked nice across the bar. I don't know anything about you. Here's my number. Like, I'm going to approach you. Like, now you're like, oh, hey, well, how long have you been doing this? Is this your first class? Now you're having a whole different kind of conversation. One that's not sexual in nature, one that doesn't presume like, oh, we have nothing else other than we might hook up or we might call each other, like whatever. It's like, no, we have the same hobby. We share interests. We are friends. We, are going to build this like slow kind of like, we're going to see each other every Thursday for a couple of weeks. Like, it's all about the setting, the intention, the etc. And again, just focus on yourself.
Yeah, and the conversation will just flow naturally in a situation like that anyway. It won't even feel. A lot of times, this is when people say when you're looking for something, you never find it. But when you are not paying any attention, you just living your life. That's when things fall in your lap. That is the truest shit I have ever. I'm trying to tell y'all. People, I don't know if people still believe that anymore, but I have lived that all my life.
Me too.